Good afternoon, Coach Kahl.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good.
We're back at it. You know, it's been a while since we've done this. Christmas break, holiday tournament. I was gone for a week. So now we're back at it. You've lost 2 of your last 4. You've won 2 of your last 4. You know, you won the first 2 against Principia and Crown, and then you lost conference games last weekend against Minnesota Morris and Presentation. So you're due for 2 wins this weekend against Northland and St. Scholastica, right? So thoughts on specifically the conference season. You've gotten your first taste of UMAC basketball. You're 1-2 in the conference. What are your thoughts on those 3 games that you played in the last week?
Well, we had a good start against Crown. We've played pretty well at home so far this year, and we did a good job that night. We did things that we wanted to do. We got everybody in the game, and I thought played a pretty good basketball game. And at that point we had won 4 out of 5 games, so we're feeling pretty good about going on the road, and thinking things were going to go well. And then we just didn't play very well this weekend. Had a bad start against Morris. Got down. I think it was 17-4, and ended up losing the game by 13 points. So we just had a real poor start and a poor first half, and then played better in the second half. And Katie injured her finger in practice, so didn't play in that game. So that always took us a little while to get going and kind of find our offensive flow without her in there. And then just really played poorly on Saturday against Presentation, and they played very well. So it was not a good combination for us. They shot the ball very well, they moved it really well, and we just kind of got down and didn't have much energy. So disappointed mostly with the way we played the weekend, but especially on Saturday, just not the way we want to play. And hopefully we'll come back and have a good showing this weekend.
Katie, as you mentioned, I mean, she's the leader of your team on the court. From a scoring standpoint, she's scoring 19.5 points per game, which is double anyone else on the team. She pulls down almost 10 rebounds a game. Does your team know how to play without Katie? And I know she's trying to play and give it into her best. What's a contingency plan if Katie can't play?
Well, we don't ask anybody to replace what Katie does, because she's got some special skills. We just ask everybody to continue to do their job. And try, that's why we try to create team offense, and that's why we're trying to do what we're trying to do. In the second half against Morris, without Katie, we did outscore them 38-31, and they had a big lead. Sometimes that kind of stuff can happen, but I thought our girls really moved the ball well. We got some good shots, so we can score. It just takes a little while getting used to that. When you have such a dominant scorer, when you remove that person, it just takes a little while to get used to it. So, if Katie's going to do everything she can to play, and if she can't go, then we'll just ask everybody else to continue to do the things that we work on in practice every day. And we've got good basketball players, and other people will take the shots that Katie normally takes, and if we have good shooters taking good shots, then that'll be a good thing for us.
You've shuffled your lineup around a little bit, your starting lineup. I believe Molly Sears found herself in the starting lineup at least 3 games so far.
Yep.
It's kind of rotation right now. But Molly, who's a freshman, is second on your team in points scored, and second in minutes too. So talk about her impact on the team, and what's the respect level from the upperclassmen looking at a freshman who comes on your team? And we know Molly's approach is not one to come and just take over, but silently do her job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's done a very good job at this point. We've kind of had to put her in. Actually, 2 of her starts have been spur of the moment starts for her that she didn't know were going to happen until right before the game started. We had one of them. We had the wrong number in the book, and they announced her, so we said, better go out there and start. And the other one was at Morris when we didn't find out Katie wasn't going to play until about 4 minutes before the game. So she's just ready to go whenever she needs to go. As far as her approach, I think when people see how hard she works, they have to respect that about her. She puts in a ton of time in the off season. She's in the gym all the time. She really, really works at her shot and her conditioning and her ball handling, and so people have to respect that when they see that, and the results are shown on the floor as well as she's shooting it right now.
You're getting a taste of your first tour through the UMAC first rotation through the double round robin schedule. You get 2 more opponents from the UMAC this weekend: Northland on Friday, St. Scholastica on Saturday here for Hoops Hysteria, which will be your first experience for that as well. What can you tell us about those teams coming in and your team's preparedness for them?
Well, we took yesterday and we watched film, which we do on Tuesdays, and we kind of look at ourselves over the last weekend, and then today we'll start getting ready for our weekend's opponents, and we focus mostly on our Friday opponent, and then Try to do the best job we can on Friday, and then Saturday we worry about Saturday. And Northland's been very good over the years. Obviously, people who've been around the UMAC know that they've done very well, and I expect that to continue this year. I know they're 2-1, lost a tough game against Bethany on last Saturday, but I expect they'll come in ready to play. They execute their things very well. They're very well coached. They're very disciplined, and so we'll have to be ready for that. And then Scholastica's been playing better as of late. They beat Bethany, and then Bethany went in and beat Northland. So you just never know. I think it's going to be a real battle every weekend. Especially since we're playing for those 4 spots to get into the postseason tournament. So we're excited about the challenge. We're excited to be home. We've played better at home. Hopefully we can continue that this weekend.
Awesome. Well, before we go, I promised our Twitter followers that they were able to send in some questions for you and Coach Gross as well. So a couple questions for you here today from them. The first one is, if you weren't a basketball coach, what would you do?
I would do something where I was helping people somehow. My degree is in elementary education, so I could say teaching might be something that I would do. I enjoy that. I enjoy being around young people. I enjoy being in the college setting. I'd do something where I'm helping people, probably something in teaching or something else in education, or maybe sports information, something like that.
Cool. And then second one, where you can take one side or the other here, just real quick, Duke or North Carolina?
Well, I've got friends on both sides, so and I know where the voice behind the camera lies on this one, but I'd probably have to go with North Carolina just because I really enjoy Roy Williams, and I saw him present at a clinic and thought he was outstanding. Have a ton of respect for what Duke does, but I just really enjoyed his presentation, the way he taught. So when asked that question, I guess I'll go North Carolina.
All right, well, we'll continue to work on you, and we'll go from there. So thanks a lot, Coach.
All right, thanks.